Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. So as always, my name is Michael and this is Coffee and Camping. Today we're going a little bit off script. I am out in Ashridge and I'm going to do the Ashridge Boundary Loop, which is about 21 kilometres through woodlands, farmlands and villages. I've got a little bit of lunch in my bag and plenty of water for a cup of tea. There's no coffee today. Might stop at a coffee shop on the way. Anyway, so the purpose of this is really just to get out and get a bit of a walk in and yeah, do the loop and maybe even check out a couple of little wild camping spots along the way for future reference. So it's a really simple one. You just got to follow the markers on the posts. It's a white circle with an arrow that says Ashridge Loop or Boundary on it, as shown in the photo. So join me on this one. I'm going to check in at anything of interest and take some photos along the way and put them up as well. So thanks for joining me. Let's come along. So on a normal day the views would be wonderful. It's quite foggy, but it is late January and the weather's not the best in the world, but it is nice for a day out though, let's be fair. There's a church down there, over there, again can't really see it, but it's nice anyway. Need to give a shout out to the guys at, I've got it on my phone here. So the Facebook group is the Men's Woodland Wellbeing Group Ingeston, and a bunch of chaps loosely run by Mark, really nice guy. We get together once a week in a local woodlands in Ingleston, sit around the fire, have a cup of tea and a chat, and I think they do some bushcraft as well. I've only visited them once, but they do a monthly camp overnight in the woodlands again, and it's open to men over the age of 18, just looking for a group really. If you're looking for people to talk to, a bit of a social, get out in your tent or your hammock, they're the guys to go with. So spent a night with them this weekend just gone, and it was really good. So good banter, good food. They got a small charge for the upkeep. I'll stick a link in there in the comments below and you can go check them out. I'll put the Facebook link, and then from there you can find their WhatsApp groups and whatnot as well. So yeah, the wellness group of Ingleston, Essex. I don't think you need to be from Essex, to be fair. I think they're quite welcoming, but so they are basing in Essex. So yeah, go check them out. So it's worth noting that this trail also follows certain other trails as well, one of them being the Ivinghoe Way Riders Route, which I've never heard of. I know the Ivinghoe Way as a old Roman road. I didn't realise there was like a riders route as well. I'll have to check that one out. Another part that it meets up on is the Ridgeway. So I'll be joining the Ridgeway, but not till much later on. We'll come to that when we get to it. There's quite a climb up to Ivinghoe Beacon, which, as I say, joins the Ridgeway. So I'll come back to that in a mo. It's really quite nice when it opens up, but it's a bit chilly. Don't know what the temperature is. It's definitely below 10. You kind of have to wrap up warm enough for the open bits, but not too heavy when you're in the woods where it's a little bit warmer. Layers, it's all about layers, so you can always strip them back. It's also very wet underfoot, so a good pair of boots is advisable. It's definitely not one for your white Nikes, that's for sure. That was quite the climb. I'm going to say trekking poles. It's definitely recommended in the winter when it's wet. Just fell on me bum. It's very muddy, so yeah, summertime nice and dry, should be fine. Winter time, trekking poles. It's definitely worth downloading a map or bringing a map. Just got a little bit off course there, found myself having to bushwhack through a little woodland for a bit. Now I'm back on the path again. I'm using the Garmin Edge. No, I'm not. I'm using the Garmin Forerunner. And I got the route also from Garmin, which should have come out there. But it seems to have thrown me out there. I should have just followed the path as it was obvious on the floor, rather than following my watch, but we got there in the end. We're back on the path, and off we go. Oh, it's a lot of up and down as well. We've got another steep climb coming up. And I can hear a road as well, so I know I'm not far from civilization. Wild camping wise, if you fancied this, you could do this into like a 2-day very short 10k walk, camp and then 10k walk again. It's definitely doable. There's lots of opportunities to throw up a small tent or just a bivvy if you want to be super stealthy. Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely one I'm going to throw in there in the summer when it's a bit more overgrown, and then obviously there's a lot more cover as well. So yeah, we carry on up these little steps and onwards. It seems a little bit odd walking through someone's house. I guess that's what happens when you buy a house on a path. It's very pretty. It's called the Redwoods, I think it's called. That's like little cottages. There you go, change the camera angle. See a little bit more than just my face. See these lovely houses as well. Back through the gate. There's certainly a lot of variety here. Now heading into what looks like a farm. There you go, yeah, through the farm. Lots of old equipment. And wide open spaces. Pretty straightforward to navigate. Just whoops. Just head for the white markers. I guess this is just as good a spot as any to stop for a cup of tea. I was looking for a bench or a log, but an open field will have to do. Right, it is now 1 o'clock. I think it's time we actually have a bit of lunch as well. Oh, we go. We've got Wayfare chili rice. Not bad. We're going to get that on the go. And we'll have a cup of tea. Wayfarer's chili and rice. It's definitely one of the good ones. Add a little bit more chili sauce to it though, if you like it hot. Not too much. Still got a long way to go. Much better. You are now entering Berkhamsted Golf Course. Please look out for Pro V1s. I bet it's proper posh. Posher than the ones that I play, that's for sure. Anyway, just a bit of maths. And it turns out we've got 18 kilometres to go. Still, sunset's in about 2.5 hours. And we really need to get a wiggle on. So I've just pushed out about 2k just through the mud. I'm just going to try and frog march this as much as we can. I've got a head torch, so if we do find ourselves in the dark, we should be okay. We've got a head torch, we've got the compass, the GPS. We've got you and I. And they don't lock the gates at Ashridge apparently, so we should be good to get out of the car park as well. I did ask, I did check, so just to be sure. Is it a Pro V1? No. It's a Kirkland signature. It's a Kirkland signature, anyone? 3, 2. That's mine. I'm having it. I'm having it. What are you going to do? Let's marry it on, see if we can find another. So that was Berkhamsted Golf Course. No Pro V1s. Just Kirkland signature. I'll keep it anyway. It's a good golf ball. Alright. Upwards and onwards. Let's try and push out another couple of kilometres. Oh, yo.
That's the one you need, is it?
Okay, so here we are at High Ridge Farm. I'm not really sure what it is. There's a few vans outside. And there's a few sheddy things that look like some sort of accommodation. Not 100% sure, but anyway, there's neither here nor there. But there is a water tap just over here. Tastes like fresh water. Have a little sip, filled up my bowl. Probably be a good idea to boil it if you're not 100% sure, which I am going to do. I'm going to boil it for me tea a bit later on. But yeah, there's a water tap. So, you know, thumbs up to High Ridge Farm. Thanks very much. I'll give you a shout. Cheerio, goodbye. I'm sure the camera does no justice to these views at all, but they're absolutely stunning. You can see for miles across the fields. It's the valley. You've got like a valley here that cuts in, and then the same here, sort of the valley runs all the way down. There's a big house kind of over there, and it's just fields all the way around. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, summertime, it'd be, you know, really, but actually, you know what, no, scrap that. With this sort of cloudy mist on it, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Imagine coming here in the snow, have a cheeky little wild camp over here, wake up in the morning and looking out to the snowy fields. That'd be beautiful. I've never seen one of these before. Not the sty, seen that before. But a little dog walker thing. Lift it up, let the dog go through, put it back down again. I ain't never seen one of those before. That's new to me. This is actually my first sty of the walk so far. Oh, gingerly does it. There we go, wicked. All right, so we've got another 3 kilometers of fields to go. I really don't mind these fields, I quite like it. It's very peaceful. It's very just me, nobody else around. I think in the entire walk so far I've probably seen 10 people. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, slight change of plan. To finish the entire loop, still got another 13 kilometers to go, and the sun will set in an hour. Fair to say I wasn't going to make that one. So what I've done is I've set another course directly back to the car park, which is about 4k, so it's about an hour, so I should get back in time, no problem at all. We have got the head torch, you know, if it gets dark. So we're going to have a cup of tea now, and then do that last 4 and a bit kilometers. Ashridge House is just up the hill where I am. I can see like just the top of the towers there, and then the monument is another sort of kilometre or so back from that. So we're going to follow the trail up to Ashridge House, and then follow the long road all the way back up. So that's the plan. So let's get the kettle on, and we'll have a little snack, and then we'll get on with it. Kettle time first. So alongside my cup of tea, we've also got a Povo chocolate. It's called a cartwheel. Aldi special. Tastes just as good as well though, to be fair, as a wagon wheel. Just a bit of dodgy packaging, but still tastes nice. Wagon wheel, cup of tea, and a great outdoors. What's not to like? Now might be a good chance to say, if you're enjoying this content, maybe give us a like, or thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Do like comments. I reply to every single comment, so leave me a little comment, ask me questions, whatever you want, and share with your mates. That's also a good one as well, helps the channel. Oh, and watch till the end. So I found myself in one of those situations where I really should have packed a bivvy, tarp, you know, a little overnight. Simple setup. There is woodlands everywhere where you can just set up and be stealthy. It's getting to that point now where I would consider stopping soon, maybe another hour. The dog walkers are out in this environment, in this area where I am. I've just passed the dog walker as well, so I'll probably have to wait a little bit. But yeah, next time. But it is definitely a worthy hiking camp sort of environment if you fancied it. And there you have Ashridge House. I'll get my camera out and I'll take a proper picture of that and throw it up about here now, and then we'll come back to this one. If I'd have done the entire loop that I was destined to do, we wouldn't have got to the house itself, because the loop that I'm doing is the boundary, doesn't come near the house. So that's a bit of a treat really, in fairness. It's quite nice to get to it. Okay, back in this woodland, and this is muddy. I think it would have taken a brave soul to camp this close to the house itself. I can imagine it's got proper security. Ashridge House, owned by someone rich. You know, us peasants were allowed to walk around it, maybe have a cup of tea. But it's not for us, is it? Let's be fair. Yeah, it's all very cool though, isn't it? No, don't get me wrong. I really like horses, I think they're cool, but they really do churn up the pathways. Yes, it's a bridleway. Yes, it's designed for horses. There's a big old piece of glass there. I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, I think they churn up pathways way more than cyclists do, and yet there's no cycling allowed on these courses, on these bridleways, these trails. That's my opinion on it anyway. Alright, back out into the open. So there's another golf course. I'm going to hazard a guess that this is Ashridge Golf Course. Proper, exclusive, rich boy. Let's look out for another golf ball. Can we find a Pro V1? Let's have a look. Yeah, that one's a proper VIP. This has got a fence up and everything. I'd be losing balls around here, I tell you. That's the tee box. It's really well manicured as well. It's beautiful. I ain't going to get to play there anytime soon. If you're a member of Ashridge and you want to invite me for a game, please do so. I'll come along. Let's look out for some golf balls while we're here. No golf balls here. I guess the players at Ashridge are a much higher calibre. They don't tend to lose their golf balls in the woods. I'd have lost them all by now, they'd be gone. Pretty though. I've got a pretty good idea where I am now. At the end of this long path, there's a gate across the road, and then it goes up into the car park where I left the car. So it's only a couple of kilometres left to go. So I think we're going to call this the Ashridge Boundary Loop Part 1, and then I'll come back in a few days and do Part 2. So if I get this uploaded, you can enjoy this part of the video, and then hopefully if you enjoyed it, you can click on Part 2 as well. Once again, thanks so much for joining me on this unscripted adventure. It's just me getting out. Bit of a mental health awareness-y thing. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, it's up to you. This is how I deal with my probs. Just go hiking. Anyway, yeah. I hope to see you again on the next adventure. Until then, later. That moment of relief when you get back and your car's still where you left it, even though it's the only one in the car park. again once for, oh, start that again. So once again, thank you so much for joining me on this short adventure. Part 2 coming soon. See ya.